My mind is a paradise of mirrors in which all things are clear, even those things I might prefer not to see. Welcome back to Cultist Simulator. It lost me one of my lovely followers, and I regret that. But we must make our way in the world. And our way forward is through the wood. Pope, my friend, bring a lantern out into the woods if you would. And bring along an assistant. Actually, Rose, I know it says assistant, but you know I believe the utmost in you. Keep him on task, if you would. In the black heart of the Orthos Wood, we might find the tree where the masked crow met its peers, but the forest itself is a peril, and the cannibal clans who live there are another. Let's see what needs to be done here. Our expedition plans. What do we have to deal with? Peril-proud forest. Primal trees march from sea to sea. Some traces of the rain still survived, like this dense and choking territory. Forge or the moth? Also, some ruffians, but Rose is there. Tristan, burn the trees to the ground if you need to. They will not stand in our way. The direction of death is down, the book explains. The peacock door has been considered a rent or an abrasion, but in some respects is more like a mouth, if not a more treasured point of entry. Discussions of the doors include a rite which may conjure creatures through these doors, although key incantations are missing. Some heart lore and a new rite. The vagabond is the only hour that never enters the mansis. I should learn how to practice these rites. Soon I will be so overflowing with money and funds, I will need nothing else. We'll probably be fine. Axe and lamp, laidlaw go to help, please. An affliction. No, no, no. An affliction cannot. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to increase my scholarship so I don't have to deal with this nonsense anymore, where if I use any of my reason, I'm out. Passion. I have passion to spare. Good. We've dealt with it. I'll give you a funds just to make sure things continue along the proper path. What, Inspector? There's nothing for you to inspect, you fool. Watchers aren't ready for us. We should be able to bring them down. No one's ready for Rose. Rose, my lovely assassin. No, no, no. I got a little click happy there, and it misconstrued what I was trying to do. I have erudition now. I need more erudition. Then I can have much erudition. Porter! Porter, porter, porter. What? finds you at the Grail. The rites must be observed. Their blood pumps bright, then dark. They should not have opposed us. We move on. I need, what, 3 lessons learned? Porter! I am a fan of your work, you know. As of right now, you're really the only person who comes with your set of skills. We need to capitalize on that. So we will. Yes, yes, fleeting reminisce. I will take this lesson learned, throw my reason back into it. I am safe now. My adversary has not enough evidence to bring to bear, because he is a fool. He's a fool who has lost me too much. Pain, and we are born in hunger. We are embraced in delight. We are devoured. Remember this, Porter. You are not above this. A root coils around an egg of lead the size of a child. Perhaps it was plated with another metal once, but the weather has removed all traces of any coating. After a struggle, the halves of the egg come apart to reveal its contents. Good job, everyone. Written in what is this? Vok? Mountains upon the plain. Is this, interesting, yes, a very powerful die. Dappled mask. Porter, you seem to be an omen. A very powerful tool. Very powerful tool. You, Porter, I'm given to mistrust with everything that has happened. We'll have to speak about this. But for the time being, I work on my erudition. Once I know my notoriety won't be an issue, I will deal with the bungling policeman. If I keep building up my erudition as I get it, I might run out of time. Maybe I should get more erudition and then wrap around. Because it can last long enough before I need combine it. I don't want to rely on my essays in case there's another step beyond. There could be another step beyond. We saw that when I gained my flawless physique so early on. I combine the 2 earliest forms of erudition. That will degrade into erudition. Funds. 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 Tincture of opium helps one sleep better. So, where I stand right now, I would need one more lesson learned. One of my lessons learned is going to degrade into erudition. But I have another erudition ready with which to combine it. So that should even out, I believe. This is all just a mind game I'm playing, of course, while I wait for my notoriety to become less hasslesome. So that became a new erudition. Reason takes how long? Too long. Okay, so if I combine my newly weak erudition with an erudition that is a little further down, that should give me a lesson learned that'll last for a little bit. And then one reason for one erudition, which should get me my third lesson learned. I don't know if the timing on this is going to work out, but I will continue my... I might as well unlock new places to explore now that my notoriety is calmed. Erudition, a lesson learned. All right, let's see what can be done. What can be done with diligent study and multitasking. The Gwaller Inn receives few guests, fewer since the owner closed his notorious library to visiting scholars. He'll show me his library. Or he'll never see anything ever again. I should continue to poke at the edges of society to see if there's anyone worth speaking with. Now, if I combine these two eruditions, that should be within the 60 seconds to have 3 lessons learned up at the same time without expiry. It becomes obvious to me now that to move to any tier beyond would be such a hassle. Strathcoin's residence. The house of Mr. Strathcoin, a collector of rare objects. Strathcoin will not sell his treasures, but a sufficiently cunning accomplice might gain entry. I don't need him to sell his treasures. I have cunning colleagues. Passion, good. I grow wiser yet. Wiser yet. I could use more potent icons of my own tradition. The fact that I found so many of the moth is a little off-putting for my purposes. A hanger-on. No, trust me, I care about you very much. I don't. Alright, so... on the continent, in the Shires, in the capital. Well... I feel like a short jaunt is what I'm looking for. On the continent, though, the Foreman House. I really need someone to deal with this. I feel like it might be haunted. Dorothy, you're good with dealing with the heart, and that could be useful. If there are ghosts there, I'll want you to take Violet along with you. She has a way with the dead. My mind is a paradise of mirrors in which all things are clear, even those things I might prefer not to see. Profound scholarship. My skull creaks at the corners with the knowledge of accused. Use this with 4 lessons learned to gain more reason. It becomes apparent to me now that the collection of essays would be nigh required for this, but I would also need something more. If I know the right lore, illumination and concentration. It obviously needs to be something powerful. I wonder if I just don't have the appropriate lore fragment. Let's see what dangers we'll encounter. Our expedition plans. The fretful dead. Not all dead rest easy. These ones dislike our intrusion. We can prevail against them with edge, or one who comes in the name of winter. I did right to send you, Violet. The dry soul curse. We need heart or lantern to suppress the curse. Otherwise, it will not keep us from a goal, but it may trouble us later. Clovette. Curses. Clovette, what are you doing? Curses trouble. Oh. Clovette? Clovette, what are you doing? Clovette, my friend. Oh, this is... Oh my. It seems my people... Aha, there we go. Rebel against me no longer, Clovette. Get on this expedition, please. A curse once stole my reason from me, and I will not take them lightly again. That caused me no small amount of grief. We call upon the ivory dove who cannot be deceived. The dead watch us closely, oppressionless as saint statues, but we are invested with the power of winter. Probably the dead will recognize that. They should. Violet, I trust that your knack for this will be useful. It's a shame that while my friends are out exploring the countryside, I cannot visit a bookshop. It just seems so odd to me. They took care of it. The dry soul curse. I don't want you to run out of funds. Make sure you have everything you need before you leave base. We call upon the ring you who is renewed. We are strong enough in heart to almost entirely secure against the curse. Oh. How could you do this to me? This curse. A price has been paid for this expedition today. In the room that overlooks the grimy glass of the broken conservatory, twisted shapes, yellow pale as maggots, recline on slabs of wood. These are the plaster cats, the form and made of the poor souls inhabited by the creatures he studied. In some of the figures, the entry holes are visible in the relevant surface. In others, one might assume the creatures entered by ear or mouth or elsewhere. 4 items. These better be objects of great power if they attack your leader thus. On Matthias and the Amethyst Imango transformation. What is this? Aramaic. A thing I still have not mastered. The Devoured Tantra. That is something I can deal with. Written in Sanskrit. The Deeds of the Sacred Scarred Captain even. Greek. I know Greek. And the world does not weep. Aramaic. Again, I am filled to the brim with books I do not understand. I'll have to complete the man's damn mission so I can have him tutor me in Aramaic. Yes, I understand. I was absent from your damn work. I have important business to deal with. Too much. Too much has happened. Yes, this is something I could use if I wish to continue. Of course. Yes, Mr. Glover. This nonsense. Well, we are prepared for study. When we next take control of our cult, we'll have to see what this curse does to us, as well as get someone to teach us Aramaic.